Hi guys, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Money Talk Show with Chris Beecher, your favorite financial advisor. Today I have with me Miss Paulette Bedward, and she's a real estate guru with a KW real estate company. And so today we're going to talk about the importance of real estate and how it can really jumpstart your wealth portfolio. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, thanks for having me, Chris. So I'm Paulette Bedward. I go by Paulette B. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams, Jamaica. Been in the business for quite some time now, and I tend to focus primarily, help assist everyone, but tend to focus primarily on those overseas clients who are looking to purchase properties here in Jamaica, where the process is not so straightforward and it's much more difficult for them not having hands on the ground, trying to communicate with persons at the bank, at the various insurance companies, etc. So those persons I particularly assist, but I assist everyone with their real estate.
Well, I'm glad that you said that you assist everyone, and especially with our climate in Jamaica right now, real estate seems to be on the up and up. A lot of people said that it was going to be a bubble that was going to burst and that the market is going to correct itself and that prices are going to go down. But is this really the right time to buy a house?
They said the right time to buy was 3 or 5 years ago.
3 or 5 years ago.
The next best time is right now.
Well,
so now is the time. And Chris, I know a lot of persons looking for a downturn or the market to crash, but it has never happened in the history of Jamaica.
Right.
It has never happened. In the US, yes, the market does correct itself, but here in Jamaica it has never happened, and I don't know the way.
Alright, wow. So if the best time was to buy a house 3 or 5 years ago, and then the next best alternative is right now, talk us through the process. Let's say that a young professional is out there, because you know that one of the greatest things is that NHT is on the rise and NHT are offering houses, and a lot of some persons might be in a bracket where they're not ready yet. But let's talk about those persons who are ready yet. What should those persons who want to buy a house right now be looking to do? What should they be doing in terms of acquiring a house?
Alright, before I answer that, I want to say jump in wherever you can.
Okay.
I know sometimes young professionals, they want to live in the Golden Triangle, the Kingston 6, the Kingston 8, the Kingston 19, but the prices on those properties are high. They are high. So if jump in at where you can afford. If a home in Portmore fits your budget, jump in there. If it's Spanish Town, wherever
Old
it is,
Harbor.
Old Harbor, there are so many affordable areas that you can live in. And the thing is, the first home, it doesn't have to be a last.
Right, exactly.
It definitely doesn't have to be a last. You can move up the ladder. Alright, so once you're thinking about purchasing a home, the first thing you need to do is sort out your finances. So you'll have to, there's a lot of cost associated. I would say save about 20% of the projected cost of that property.
Right, so if you're looking on a house at around like $20 million, so you're saying that we're going to need at least $2 million to do that?
$2 million.
Okay, so break that down for us now.
Alright, so you have to have your deposit, right? And deposit, it ranges between 5 to 10%. Some mortgage companies will give you 90% financing, some will give you 95% financing. I know NHT goes up to 95% financing, and for the other banks, 95, some do 90. So you'll have to consider that you'll have to cover that shortfall. So 5 to 10% of that is deposit. You're also talking about attorney cost. An attorney average cost about 3% cost for the property. Yes. You'll also have to do your valuation report that comes at a cost. Your surveyor's ID report that also comes at a cost. And the bank, even though they are lending you money, there's a cost to that as well.
Absolutely.
And a lot of persons don't factor in that. So the bank charges you a percentage of that loan amount. And it's probably, it varies for various banks, but you can estimate that at about 2 to 3, another 2 to 3%
again. Right. Alright, so perfect. So you mentioned a lot of stuff in terms of the valuator and securing the lawyer. So as the real estate agent, whenever your clients contact you, are you the person who will actually put them onto that, or are they expected to get those things for themselves?
All right, glad you asked that question. One of the things I love to do is assist persons and guide them along. A lot of persons reach out, they don't have a clue as to how to get started.
Right, exactly.
So I'll connect them with the mortgage officers, connect them with the best persons. I tend to have an efficient team, and I say efficient team working with. If I find a particular person at a particular bank very efficient, I'll refer persons there, because that's something that customer service and efficiency is something that we need to improve on.
Absolutely,
in
absolutely,
our society.
absolutely.
So I can assist with getting the pre-qualification process completed.
Right.
So we spoke about the deposit. Saving your deposit. Another thing is to get pre-qualified.
Right.
You have to know your numbers.
So walk us through the pre-qualification process.
All right. So I tend to leave those in documentations that should be submitted to the bank, to the mortgage officers, because each bank requires different documentation to do their assessment. However, what's standard, they will require your job letter, your 3 last salary slips. You'd have to do your income expenditure sheet.
The servicing ratio.
Exactly. So I leave that process for the mortgage officers to discuss with the client.
Right.
But that's something that will have to be completed before we even start going house hunting.
Right.
So the pre-qualification letter is like it shows to the sellers and also the realtors that you're serious.
Yes.
That you have the financial backing to complete a house purchase.
Exactly.
And the market is so hot right now, Chris. If you look at a house today and you're not in a position to submit an offer, it's not going to wait on for you to get pre-qualified within the next 2 weeks.
Right. Somebody else is there waiting.
Exactly.
Wow. So I know that some persons want to buy a home, but then walk us through the process when persons say they want to build. Is it still worth building your dream home in Jamaica in this climate?
It is. Inventory on a hold is low, not just for houses but also for land.
Right.
So, but once you have acquired that land, the bank do offer loans as well for building. So that's another option that persons can
different rates.
I'm not 100% sure of the rate offered, but I believe the percentage. I'm not sure.
Well, the last time I actually checked a bank on land, I think they lend up to 75%. So you actually need to have more equity coming in to buy a piece of land, and sometimes it depends on if the place has electricity or if it has running water. So there are a lot of factors to consider when you're purchasing that land. And also, is the community built up? Are there other houses in the neighborhood? They consider some of these things as well.
That's true. That's very true.
Right. All right, great. So, in terms of what you have listed on the market, because I know that you have your YouTube channel as well and the IG, do you want to give a shout out to that right now?
Yes, so please follow me on all social media platforms at pauletteb.realtor. So you can go follow me on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm also on YouTube. And I tend to post a lot of properties there and also information to assist you in the house buying process.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you for joining us today. This was another exciting episode of the Money Talk Show. Today we were looking at the process, walking you through and getting your real estate. So link up with her on her IG and on all her social media platforms. So over and out, thank you so much for being a part of the show today.
Definitely a pleasure being here.
All right, awesome.